Hey guys, Sidz here. Welcome to this Hall of Fame interview, and I'm here with Yukti Raj. She's a mother of two boys. She's a breathing fitness expert. She's done over 4.25 lakhs in the last 9 months by implementing the principles over here. She has a community called WAH, W-A-H, and she'll tell us more about that. More than 70 paid students in our community based out of Bangalore. She's in a warrior hive as a part of our diamond group. And interesting thing about Yukti is, she has been able to implement all the systems like to the T. She's built her community. Now she's helping a lot of people become more fit. And Yukti, congratulations. I think it's been a pretty interesting journey for you. I still remember, during the Freedom Finisher Spotlight, you brought both your sons and they were speaking and stuff. Before we get into your backstory and stuff, just tell us, how has your personal life transformed? I'm talking family, your family and the whole situation at home after coming to ILH. Tell us about that.
So much, Sid. Immense gratitude for providing me this opportunity. Being here on this platform, sharing with you this screen, being a Hall of Famer is a dream come true. Of course, the dream that I have never even, in my wildest dream, I have thought. But yes, ILH, being into this community has transformed me, not only me, but whole of my family, not only my family, but whosoever have come across me to a greater extent, I was able to impact them. If I talk about my family only, yes, I have two kids. My father-in-law, mother-in-law is also there with me, my husband. I remember the first day I have joined, 27th March 2020, COVID has just started. And I knew that very point of time, it is the time to take a leave. I have just left my job a few months back only because I was not feeling that enough satisfaction. I was not feeling aligned. And I left the job thinking that, okay, let me see what future beholds for me. And I started my fitness journey and taking classes and everything. But March was a turning point. I've been following you for quite a long time because I have been a digital marketer myself before coming into this fitness industry. And 2015 onwards, I've been following you. And I have been guilt when I have attended your sessions and couldn't continue because some reasons. And 27 March, it was like, okay, no looking backward. This is the place I need to surrender now and just go ahead. Without watching any of your further, any of your webinar or something, I just bought your program and get into your community. 2nd April, I think before that, I just attended your One Inner Circle call. And all of a sudden, you have told us to start your webinars, finding out your niche and everything. I just did my first webinar. 2nd April, I still remember. It was a 1 hour short informative session, but it felt good when around 20 people joined me at that point of time. And it felt really good that even though I'm at home, I'm making that impact. I still remember my husband in the morning, I was listening to Stranger Secret and I just, he was doing some work and I just put that Stranger Secret in his mobile and plugged in his ear. And from there, he started, grasping all those things. Stranger Secret is like a ritual in our family. And
nice.
Has been a lot of changes in my family. And I could see that as I was working on myself, my inner self, my kids, both the kids. Now I'm able to give that, I know that I'm creating that legacy that my kids can follow, my family can follow, that I always wanted to create, that entrepreneurial mindset and wanted to instill in them. And, it's more about finding yourself and aligning. Your life is beyond your job and it's a bigger thing. So this has been few of the changes in me.
Amazing, Yukti. No, so you're like a digital marketer now turned breathing fitness expert.
Absolutely.
Like, how did that happen? Like, did you know you were going to get into this breathing fitness as a micro niche, or it's after you came in and then you kind of figured it out? How did it happen?
Wonderful question you have asked, and I really would love to answer this. So when I started my journey, I was taking sessions of Nirvana Fitness. It's one kind of a fitness for women. Most of the people were women, my students. And I started making courses for wellness for women, and somewhere I was not feeling aligned. And that is the time you launched your latest version of Niche Clarity Blueprint.
Yes, actually. I remember last year.
One day, morning till evening till night. I was just doing that. In between, of course, there were household chores, classes and everything. But yes, I kept on doing again and again, sort of. Night, 11 o'clock, I was sitting on my desk. On my front, there's a board. There it was written, just breathe and be Tuki. Just breathe and be Tuki. Tuki means you be in present moment. And all of a sudden, there were some questions that I was going through that niche clarity. And all of a sudden, it dawned upon me, Yukti, what was the first thing you have done? How your fitness journey has started? I was a wrong breather. And my fitness journey started because of breathing. I corrected my breathing pattern. I worked my breathing pattern. Yukti, what was the first webinar you took? My first webinar was about breathing only. 3 secrets to improve your breathing. What you are doing currently now? It was all about breathing. I found what is written in front of you, that is so close to you, in front of you. You didn't realize that your whole life has been around breathing. That is what you want to realize. And I felt so peace. I can't tell you that this is what I would like to do till I die. Spreading breath awareness among people, because I know that 90% of the people are breathing wrong. They are really struggling with their breath, and there's so much of ignorance in our society that people really do not know, and they're helpless because the system is like that. Whereas just by aligning your breath, just by breathing right and breathing consciously, since I have started teaching people the simple concepts, people were able to get overwhelming results. You won't believe the results that even I have not expected. Not only just overcoming stress and anxiety, the doctors, those who have given up on the pain, aches and pain issue, the chronic stress and pain issues, women are able to overcome that. One of the recent entry in my system, he told me that, Mama, I have spent 20K in smoking and alcohol and everything to get rid of stress and anxiety and feeling calm. I'm now just, he has entered very recently. He said 3 days he struggled with breathing initially, but now he says that I feel high when I breathe. It is like he has got so much into breathing, and he messaged me in WhatsApp that without spending a single coin, I'm feeling good. People who were not able to run very well, like they were struggling with running 5K, just because breathing techniques, and just because not only I don't promote breathing technique, to be honest. I always say that build your connection with your breath. That is important. Connect with your breath, be with your breath, and make a friendship with your breathing rather than just fixing yourself on some XYZ breathing technique. You are doing some 5 minute, 10 minute, and again, you are just forgetting that. 24/7 as you breathe, as I talk to you, as I write, whatever, as you are cooking, whatever you are doing, just stay connected with your breath. Your breath will guide you to the extent that you have never imagined. I myself have felt so much. I do a lot of experiment with my breath. I challenge myself. I have challenged myself, and your body will throw tantrums, I tell you. Your mind will throw tantrums like anything. If I just, with your permission, I give you a few examples.
Yes,
maybe.
yes, please.
So on 2 days, I remember Saturday evening, I was taking a webinar, and there was an announcement of doing 502 Surya Namaskar by one of my mentors. And I wasn't doing Surya Namaskar at all. I wasn't prepared also. It was just that I have a very deep respect, you can say, and Surya Namaskar has played a major role in my fitness journey also. So I thought, okay, should I do? No. And I felt myself feverish, and my body ached. My body started aching and all. I slept late also by 11:30, and the event was about to start morning 6:30, Sunday morning 6:30. 6 a.m. I got up. It was very late, and my mind was making a lot of excuses. I just breathe. I centered myself, breathe, and I just say to myself, I surrender to my breath. Let me just go on my mat and start going. I detach myself from result. I am here to give my best. That is all. And I started doing 300, no issue. After that, I just started giving up. I could feel that. And then again, I retuned myself to my breath. And the only thing I could feel was my breath. It was inhale, exhale. I do not feel, I lost this, feeling of having my hands and feet. Of course, after finishing 502, I was shivering like anything, but I could do just by connecting to my breath. I could do 21K barefoot running just by connecting to my breath. Again, the same thing happened. Last 4 kilometers, I was giving up. And I felt, again, I aligned myself with my breath, and I only thought that as if my breath is fueling my, both the feet. I could feel that as I'm exhaling, it is going in my both the feet and I'm running. This was the power of breath. And one more thing I would like to add, Sid, the day I did Niche Clarity, 11 p.m. night, and then I asked this question to myself, Yukti, how much credible you are? How authentic you are when you say that you are ready to prepare about breathing, how good you are. Next day morning, 6:30, I finished my classes. And I should say that certainly universe has been guiding me. And there's a test that is called body oxygen level check. I just happened to take, I just checked on the Google, what is the average breath hold. I found it is like 30 seconds to 2 minutes. And I have never done this test before. And I said, okay, let me see how much I can do. So I did some practices. And I checked on that day, I was able to hold my breath for whooping 4 minutes.
Wow.
4 minutes I could do that without any preparation, without anything. And I was the person who was a wrong breather when I started my journey. 10 seconds, I was completely breathing wrong. And so much of stress, anxiety, you won't believe. I had my knee surgery done, accidents happened, tailbone injury, migraine, sneezing issues, cough, cold issues, depression, anxiety, stress, all those regular issues were there. But without any medication for all these things, I was able to overcome just by the power of
amazing.
prayer.
So the interesting thing about your journey, what I noticed is, I mean, you've been through the corporate journey or whatever and then you used this tool to get back aligned, and that has become your mission right now. And that's the beauty, and that's what I say, even when people, all of you watching this, is when you pick a niche that is congruent with who you are and what which is congruent with your story and with your backstory and what you really want to do. Like Yukti just mentioned, she can do this. She's going to do this for the rest of her life. When that comes in, right, that's where the magic is. And that's where, Yukti, pretty sure you'll agree with me that after you got into this journey of teaching others, you've learned more and more about yourself, right?
Absolutely. You won't believe that. People have this misconception, yogis should not be, a lot of misconceptions. I was, with respect to money, of course.
Yes.
A lot of them. In fact,
that's my next question to you, by the way. After you finish this, we'll come to that. Yes.
Okay, so even I have recently read this book, The Surrender Experiment. One of ILH member only have recommended me. And I come to know, so I too had this feeling that one day I'll go to Himalaya, sit there and all that. But now I very well know that being in this situation where I am spreading about breath awareness, that is my first karma, to be honest. That is what I am born to fulfill and to carry forward this thing. And it gives me a lot of peace. This entrepreneurial journey has made me more and more congruent with my inner self, more spiritual. As when I take my inner circle calls, it is like I'm refining. Just like dhulai hoti hai na, one of my mentors say that you're getting really cleaned from inside. जैसे बहुत बर्फ जमी हुई है आपके अंदर और defrost होता है और धीरे-धीरे सब clean होता है. So it is like this. We do in an Ashtanga Vinyasa yoga thing. So a lot of things, yeah. So it is purely. So this is like puja. My business is not only just. It has a bigger mission. So what is the vision I have is, that every human being on this earth should be a conscious breather. Right.
That's a very big vision, and it's a noble mission. Because you change the way you breathe, you can change all the aspects of your life. And that's amazing that you were able to narrow it down to that breathing fitness as the core. Now, which comes to that question I was going to ask you is, usually spiritual people or healers and stuff, once you get into this zone, you get into this super sattvic mode and you don't feel like doing anything like asking people for money, and you get into this whole elevated state of mind. And I know that feeling. So tell me about what was that, what did you have to go through when it comes to selling and asking people for money and, putting yourself out there? because sometimes when you get too spiritual also, I mean, you don't feel like doing anything. You feel like completely at bliss in your own zone. So how did you deal with that? Yes.
So to be honest, Siddharth, this is the area I'm still working on. I have worked a lot, but still this area is still, because you are very right. Once you get into that blissful zone, and with
Yes.
breathing, it is very easy. It is very easy. Within no time, you just take some 5 deep breaths and you're resetting. You get into that parasympathetic zone. You don't feel like talking. Even none of the students will talk. There's no energy. So I need to actually align, when should I be doing, when should I be? But yeah, a lot of thoughts before that. I never asked money from my students before, even if they were paying me late. And also there were a lot of misconception within me ingrained. I have attended meetups. I would certainly like to mention here the whole
Yes.
ILH, the way you have formed meetups, Hive meetups, and how we do the knowledge sharing. So I have attended some meetup of Kashish, and I cried throughout the thing. She talked about money and all those things. When money comes to me, the only thing that now comes to me is money is a spiritual yukti. Money is the goddess Lakshmi yukti. You respect and revere money. And this thing has helped me, to and align myself with the money aspect for sure to a greater extent. But yes, still I'm still working on this, because it is not about money, it's about money management, and a lot of other stuff come with money.
Correct.
And
and tell us about your webinar, your first sales webinar. Like how did that happen? Like when you saw the money start coming in, what was that experience like?
Okay, so yeah, first it was like, this happens, is this happened? It is like, okay, it happened, already happened to you, Yukti. You should continue going on this journey. So let me tell you, it didn't come to me so easily or so this thing. I keep on refining in every of my webinar. Two things that I follow in my life, in my personal life, professional life also. I'm very committed to my personal practice, and the same is applicable to my this thing, that I have been consistent in my FB, Insta, YouTube live every Friday evening, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Time could vary sometime, but yeah, I'm always there, 8 to 9 in between. I'm always, since I have joined and started, it's been like 1.5 year. Every Friday, Yukti will be there, come what may. And every Sunday, I'm doing this open webinar for everyone, those who want to really learn about breathing. 9 a.m. I have started doing. And these two things I have been doing consistently. I never took a break, I should say.
Fantastic.
So consistency and commitment. And these are the two qualities I always say I really look forward in being, because as you have trained us, that only people, those who will be committed, they will only take action and they will only take results. So
absolutely, Yukti, you've nailed it there. And on the point on the spirituality thing, I just want to share what I learned from one of my spiritual mentors. There's dharma, artha, kama, moksha, right? Those 4 dimensions, and all 4 are important. Like, dharma is what are we supposed to do. So us being teachers is our form of dharma in the world. Artha is again business. We need to have that element. And then kama is what are we going to use for the money for? Maybe we need to have a basic needs. You have a family, I have a family. We are supporting our family. We need to give them all the things. And of course, moksha is what's going to happen, later on once it goes. And even I was looking at it in a day also, right? You can even structure your day in the 4 elements. So dharma is the first part when you wake up, do your practices. Artha is the daytime when you're in the passion, rajas energy. And then there's kama. And then, of course, so there's a beautiful way that I had to make peace with myself, because sometimes, like you said, we just get into that total spiritual zone, but we also need to look at how to flip back and switch back. And for me, a big inspiration is even Arjuna. Like, he didn't quit and go into the forest. He was fighting the war, but he was doing it for a different reason. So yeah, we are all warriors, enlightened warriors. We should keep that in the mind. Yeah.
really glad. You won't believe, many things happened to me just like that, for the good. A lot of things happened to me when I have come in ILS. I have been with Blair Singer twice. 2 times I have done his program. Both the times I got a hot seat. I shared hot seat with him. And I knew that it is going to happen with me. I knew that I'm going to get the prize. So some very spiritual kind of a thing, that manifested in my life from nowhere. and it was ecstatic, I would say, and amazing. That's what I
Awesome, Yukti. So tell us about your experience being a part of the Warrior Hive. Like, what's that been like, and how has that, pushed you to do things that you've never done before?
So warrior, when I've been given that I am in a warrior, okay, I said, yes, I am a warrior. I'm a true warrior. I have that true spirit of warrior, and that shows in my work also, that come what may, I stick to the plan. Zyada dimag nahi lagana hai, bilkul bhi. And kya hoga, I just detach myself from the result. And that is the best thing, being into the present moment, what I say, and just staying connected to your breath. And it has given me a lot of immense result, I would say. And so Warrior Group has been phenomenal. We have some very phenomenal facilitators in Warriors. So I have been into trouble many a times, and regarding this, some technical issues. And people in ILH, everyone is, like, I would say, a giver. We have that strong code of honor in our community that each and everyone follows. And that's the beauty. It's, as Blair has also said, that Sid, you have created such a phenomenal community that we are all, are held in the cup. Very well, beautiful cup. And I would just like to share a small thing. So yesterday I was doing a little bit of just thinking. I do a lot of visualization. So what I visualized when I was doing meditation, I felt as if there's a complete darkness. I'm into some space, and I felt like this our internet lifestyle hub is like, a lot of molecules are gathering, and then it is growing like this, and there's few more are keep gathering. It's like it has become a magnet, and people are keep coming, the same vibration, the same energy. So ILH is like a bundle of energy. And those who resonate will be keep coming, and it is growing in a very beautiful sphere that is, radiating. So I don't know, I just wanted to share.
Amazing. Yeah, we are all the bumblebees, right? We have this hive now, this mega hive. And even I really feel now, I never thought this community would evolve to this like extent. Like it was only like, okay, how can I teach people how to become coaches and stuff? But then now with the right people coming in, like you said, the vibe is attracting the tribe, and the people who are aligned with this thought process, they are coming in. And now with this forming, with the whole community building that's happening over here, everyone forming alliances, partnerships, they're helping each other. I think that's where the true, like, this community is going to shine. It's not about the community, but it's about the people in the community that's really making the difference. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for sharing that vision. Yes.
So, and I'm really happy that I'm guided by you, because this is my vision, to have a community, the beauty of the community in which I am. I should be able to just give that and the carry forward in my community of people.
Yes. And one more interesting thing, Yukti, many of our members have also told me is, they're not able to connect with their old friends anymore, and they're able to find new friends over here. Tell us about that. Have you experienced that?
Yes. Oh my God, all the time, big time, I should say. Now, no more I feel interested in going to, birthday parties or XYZ things. I feel that I can only speak to ILH people only. I feel very congruent. Otherwise, other people, yesterday only I was talking to Fazal, and this is what, no more I feel aligned with other people somewhere. There's a big disconnect in plain I am, and no more the similar kind of talks I can do for sure. Because all the time, the one thing is there is breathing in my mind. I can talk on and on. But yeah, those folks, of course, not going to understand to a greater extent. Because they have not seen me before like this, right? I have been a complete changed person, no doubt. This 1 year has changed me physically, mentally, emotionally. You won't believe, Siddharth, running every ad makes me so spiritual. I can't tell you.
I think only people in our community can speak like this. People outside will not be able to connect. Yes. I totally get what you're saying, because every money you're spending is again a form of energy going out to reach out to somebody else out there who's going to be impacted by this knowledge that's going to change their life.
I am in awe of running FB ads, I tell you. It has made me so spiritual. The CPL is going high or up. you watch your emotion. I watch my emotions a lot. You watch your emotions, how you're feeling, and then you detach. And this is how you build yourself spiritually strong, or, you carry forward your spiritual journey. I love.
Nice. Love the way how you're connecting everything,
Yes,
tell us about your, how does your husband feel? What does he have to say about you now that he's seen you evolve last 12 months? Just curious to know, what is the spouse's reaction?
So he has also, you won't believe, evolved with me physically, mentally, and emotionally. Physically, he shed around 12 kg weight. He was fitter earlier also, no doubt, but he was more of a gym person before because he used to travel a lot. In COVID, he didn't have any chance to travel. He was home and he was watching me, and I was doing my online classes. He joined. सामने just mat बिछा के शुरू करना हो जाता है. And from there he reduced 12 kg. His mind opened up, to be honest. His mind opened up, more congruent that yes, he can also look to the things and he has this thing that he wants to also have in his entrepreneurial journey. So he's also now exploring. And he's a very committed person. He's a very, very committed person. He's writing, he's listening to Strangers' Secret, those things that has never possible before. Now he's able to imbibe all those small things. So all I can say is his groundwork is getting done. And I know whenever the real time will come, he's going to just shoot up because his commitment levels, if I say, even better than me.
Absolutely. Same even for me. Vanita and I are super aligned. I tell her, I'll make the money, you keep the money and manage and multiply the money. So we have a very good teamwork. And yes, everybody here in our community, there's always that, there's a front face and the back end, there's a backbone of the whole business. And I'm sure your husband is doing that for you and your family.
Yes. My whole family, my kids, you won't believe, my younger one, when I finished Freedom Finisher, he told me, Mummy, when will you be in Hall of Fame? I said, when I will touch this much of amount. He said, when you will.
When? Yes.
He just, and recently when I told him that, okay, bacha, I have touched this much of amount. So he said, okay, Mama, how much expenditure have been done from you? I was
How old is he?
Fifth standard boy.
Fifth standard.
He's asking me all those things. I was like, okay, let me see how much expense I have done totally.
Amazing. I'm so glad, Yukti, you're exposing them to this.
Yes.
So that's what's creating that.
I talk to them. Of course, earlier our parents have never talked to us about their salary or income, but I talk to them. But this much money I have got this time. Oh, you have got this much. Okay, how much? And they talk. They understand this. What have been my journey? And I really want them to understand all those things, imbibe those things, and just not look job as an option for sure. But they should do what they really want. And I know my kids will do for sure.
Amazing. Great, Yukti. Thank you so much for sharing. It's been a great journey. All of you here watching. Please share your wishes to Yukti and congratulate her for the first milestone that she's achieved. Amazing, Yukti, for the transformation. And you're just getting warmed up now. You're achieving this 4 lakhs in 4.25 lakhs in 9 months. It's just the starting. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you scale it up further, achieve over that 1 crore mark, entering the crore club. All of that is anyway number goals, but it's a good aspiration to move towards. And more than anything else, all of you here watching, if you're able to connect with this journey, and if you'd like to go through that journey, get into this community. Okay, there's a link below in the description. Go to sidz.co/join and you can join our community. And if you'd like to know more about how you can use your breath to change your life, there's a link even to Yukti's websites below. Go and check it out and attend her programs if you feel that you're not aligned, maybe your health is going down or whatever. She can help you with that. And Yukti, I like to ask this question at the end, which is the one thing. So based on your life experiences, all the training programs you've attended and your personal life, if you want to break it down to the one thing that has, or the one success principle that you live by and you'll continue to live by, what is your one secret for the audience?
My one secret is, already have said, stay committed, stay consistent, be in this very present moment.
Amazing. Stay committed, stay consistent, and be in the present. Awesome.
Yeah. One thing, commit to that one thing, stay consistent, and just be in this very present moment. And yes, those who are watching, I would certainly like to say one more thing, that ILH is a community that will transform you guys. Join this community. It's a beautiful, extremely extraordinary community, I would say. You will connect spiritually here. Not only spiritually, there's a lot of abundance will follow you once you be the part of this community. To all those who are listening, to all my friends here, everyone, do join ILH and start your transformative journey here, your life transformation journey.
Thank you, Yukti. Wish you all the best. And all of you here watching this on Facebook or YouTube, just share your comments below on congratulating her and what you learned. And also hit that like button and stay subscribed for more interviews like this. Cheers. And I will see you all in the next video. Thanks, Yukti, once again.
Thank you, Sid. Thank you so much.